The event is celebrating its 10th year, showcasing the hard work of activists across the country who promote diversity and inclusion. Keith Weinstein from London has been nominated for an award in the Positive LGBT Role Model category.
Did the first anti-stigma campaign with National AIDS Trust, which asked the question, are you HIV prejudiced? Because what we were hearing from people living with HIV was that stigma and discrimination, the prejudice that they were feeling from people still affecting their lives. And and it would come from sort of unusual places. Back then it was the workplace, that was one. But shockingly, it was also healthcare providers as well. If you are a professional and you're carrying out, universal hygiene procedures, there should be no way that anybody can transmit HIV, because all the equipment, everything should be sterile. Pride, we'd have a big parade, get loads of volunteers, T-shirts like this, massive great big rainbow flag, and just be really out there sort of being loud about mental health issues. At that time, really very much around how it affected sort of the LGBT community, because I was certainly aware that mental health issues for people from my community are actually worse than they are for the general population, because 1 in 4 of people who are not gay can have a mental health episode at some point in their lives or some point in the year, whereas that rises to 1 in 3 for people from the LGBT community. So I just hope that people, coming away from the Diversity Awards, will feel inspired to actually go back to their workplace, go back to their school or college, go back to wherever they're from, their community, their church or whatever, and just say, look, we've got to change things. We've got to make things better for people. And the only way we can do that is by talking to people, not chastising them. You'll never work by hitting people over the head with a hammer. It's about education, and it's about sharing learned, lived experience and telling it as simply and as honestly as you possibly can.
The full event will be hosted on the National Diversity Awards website from 9 o'clock tonight. Katie Smith for Mersey Focus.